Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, it just helps the YouTube channel out with the algorithm and obviously hopefully get some more views in that way. And today we're going to be having a look at a product from Ryder Innovations, and it's called the Groove Tool. So let's do this thing. So Ryder Innovations, they're a South African based company and they're in Cape Town, South Africa. And this tool over here that we're going to have a look at, I'm not sure if it's exactly this one because it looks like it comes in two different variants. It comes in the Groove Tool, and there also seems to be a Groove Tool Pro version of this. And I'm not sure which one actually won the award at the Eurobike 2022. And I think it was the Groove Tool Pro, but it's probably all classed in the same thing. So it basically won a prize at that event. And they've actually made quite a few products, quite a lot of innovative products. They definitely think out of the box. And you can have a look at my Luberetta. I'll put a link at the top over there. I did a review of that. And the slug plug, I'll also put there. And I also did the Nutcracker, put the link there. And yes, they do obviously have a few other products. I'm not sure I'm going to actually have a look at all of them because I don't really need the bottle cages. But let's go over to the workbench and have a closer look. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you this comes in two different variations. And when I say variations, I refer to this actual one itself, the Groove Tool. You can buy it just with the tool itself with all the little components without the card. Or you can buy it with the card, which I'm going to call the instructions, and the unit separately like I have over here. There is a difference in price, and it's about 20 Rand, which is just one, let's say $1. This one over here costs 220 Rand, which is probably about $15. And so you're going to pay a little bit extra just to get this card. Now normally when you actually go into a shop, you actually have to look for this. This is hanging up, and the other one is sold at the actual counter. And when I did the Luberetta, I actually bought it without the card, so I obviously picked that up at the counter, and obviously it didn't come with the card itself. So if we're looking at the unit, it's what comes with it is they say this is going to weigh about 80 grams. We'll weigh that and see if that's what it actually comes to. It's going to come, well, it can be used in two positions. They refer to them as the T and L position. You get 6 hex or Allen keys, which is number 2 to number 6. You get 2 screwdriver tips, which one is flat and the other one is star. And then you get 2 torque bits, T10 and T25. And then the top part and the bottom part are magnetic. So in other words, when you put the bit in there, it's not going to actually fall out. And the bits that come with it are nickel plated. So that's very good. There's also an O-ring in here to help seal the components. When you put these tool bits and that in here, it's going to help seal it from weather, in other words moisture and anything from getting inside the dust. So let's just take it out the pack. Comes out pretty easy. Other side just comes out like that. There you go. And then this is the way I was talking about. They normally tape together like that at the counter, and you can buy it like that. That's obviously the cheaper version. So the unit is obviously made of a plastic. I don't think this is an ABS plastic. It's quite a hard plastic. There's a little bit of over flashing there, a bit of sharpness there, which can be sanded down, I guess. The name Groove Tool is written there, indented, and then Ryder Innovation is at the top here. You can obviously put the one section over here. This is the magnetic part, and this is the L position, and at the bottom here is that T position that I mentioned earlier. So if you open it, it just comes with a little sort of like a carrier to hold your bits in the inside there. There are 2 magnets there and there on either side, and then the O-ring itself is over there to help seal the unit. Then the bits themselves come in this little container here that you open up, and as you'll notice there are 5 of them, but this only holds 4. So what you have to decide now is which ones you're actually going to use, or which are the most important bits, which is probably an okay compromise, seeing as your bicycle doesn't use sometimes, let's say, the screwdriver part of it. Then you'd only select the other parts that you'd feel you need. You just pop them in there, obviously with the magnet just holding them in place. So that's going to make life easy. So when you're out on the trail, you pull this out, it's not going to fall out onto the ground or anything like that. That just slides into there. You just screw it closed. And there you go. As you can feel, it's quite, as you can see, it's quite small in the hand. So now this obviously competes against something like this over here, which is my toe peak multi-tool. It's not really a fair comparison, as this has got a lot more tools to it, and also the chain breaker. And bringing up the chain breaker, that brings up another point over here. This is referred to as the Groove Tool. You get another version of this called the Groove Tool Pro, which does contain the chain breaker. So out the bat, I'm actually a little bit disappointed I got just the Groove Tool and not the Groove Tool Pro. I should have been paying more attention, but then I haven't actually seen the Pro out there. I'll have to keep a lookout for that and see if I can find that and perhaps do a review on that. But let's have a look at how much this weighs. Oopsie. Okay, so that weighs 76, that's under the 80 grams. But obviously the 80 grams comes in depending on which perhaps combination of bits you are using. So maybe that's where that comes in. So 76 grams, that's very good. And let's just use that part again over here to demonstrate these other parts over here. So this section over here at the top you'd use if you're going to do like a high torque type thing. And as I can definitely feel the magnets pulling it in there. So once it's in, it's not really going to come out when you're tightening stuff. In other words, this is going to give you your maximum torque. And at the bottom, you can just slide it in like that if you wanted to, for example, tighten a bolt or something, or something very difficult to get to, which is in there, maybe a bottle cage, you can use it like that. And maybe that is an advantage over something like this, whereas this is, you know, you more or less, you could use it like that, and you can use it like that, but obviously that is a lot shorter than that bit over there. Just for interest's sake, let's just see how much this peak weighs. Okay, so that's basically over 100 grams heavier, but okay, this does contain the chain brake, so it's not really a fair comparison at all. And the bits that are included in this actual unit itself are nickel plated, so that's going to help with corrosion. And a nice thing as well with all these bits, they're actually written on the sides over here just to tell you exactly what they are. Yep, so over here you can see this is a 2 and a 2.5, and this one over here is a 3 and a 4, so that's quite handy over here just to let you know what you've got there. Let's just measure it to see what size it is. Okay, so if we put this onto millimeters, the diameter is 20.6, 20.7, let's just call it 20.6, it's quite narrow. The length is 106.4, let's just call it 106.5. Okay, so from an ergonomic point of view, it's a lot more comfortable in your hand than those traditional multi-tools. It feels, well, it is a lot smaller because obviously a multi-tool is a lot wider. This you can then obviously put into your back pocket, carry it like that, or you can buy separately one of Ryder's sliding system, which allows you to fit this to the frame or the seat post. So would I choose between this or a traditional multi-tool? I'm going to have to say I would actually probably consider this, and the reason being is your bits and your tools are actually, your little parts that you insert there are actually stored nice and safe inside this unit, and protect it from the elements. So in other words, no moisture or dust is going to get in here, and it'll actually keep this tool or make it last a lot longer than the traditional multi-tool. My only regret that I've got is that I didn't buy the Pro version. I just got the normal version, but I'm definitely going to be having a look out for the Pro version and see if I can find that and then do a review on that. Because as I mentioned, the difference between this, just the normal Groove Tool, and the Groove Tool Pro is the Groove Tool Pro comes with a chain breaker. You don't want to be stuck out there and now you need to fix your chain or something, and you don't have the actual equipment to fix it. But obviously if you have a bike where you've already got a chain breaker somewhere installed on it, like a S-Works, then this is not an issue. But if you don't, I would seriously consider going out and looking for the Pro version of this and not just the normal version. So guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.